in this video, I'll be showing you guys how to create a table, how to write the code for a table using HTML, and we use CSS to beautify the table. So quickly, I'll create a new file. Let's call it table, or let's just call it video.html. Enter, and we have this. Enter. So quickly, let's write the code for the table. It's just let's say it's a timetable. So let's say we are creating a timetable. So first thing we have to do is to come here to this document. This is the title, but that is not our problem now. So come to body, and we have table. Enter, and click on enter again. So first of all, we have the caption of the table. So what is our caption? Let's say timetable. Now in order to see whatever we are doing, let's go live so we can be seeing everything, all the code we are writing on the server. Everything will be, all the codes will be writing, we'll be seeing it here on the server. You can see the timetable. So let's minimize. Next thing, after caption comes the table row. So we have the table row. Table row is tr. So type tr, click on enter, and click on enter again. Now, what is the first row? Our first row, we have day/time. So we will not just type day/time. We'll type table header. The header for that row is day/time. So we have day. So we'll type table header first. Table header is th. Click on enter, and then you type day/time. So this is our table header for that row. And what are the contents? Next, we click on enter. The contents of this row, we call it table data, so which is td, table data. Click on enter, and let's say Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So Monday, come again, that's the first table data. Click on enter, table data, enter, and Tuesday, enter, table data again, enter, and then we have Wednesday. So this is our first row. Once we are done with this, we come here and click on enter, and we start the second row, tr, table row, enter. So while the table header for this second row, click on type table header and click on enter. And for this second row, we have, so let's put time there. Yeah, see day/time. So let's say 12 or 8 a.m. 8 a.m. And what is the table data? So we click on type table data, enter, and the first thing we have the day. Let us come up with some random subjects. So let's say English. The next table data, we have maths, which is mathematics. And recall, we have just 3 table data here, so we maintain that 3 throughout the code. Table data, enter, and we have physics. So that's all. for that particular row. So I said we're making reference to the server. Now look at everything we have. This is everything we have. You can see the caption, you can see the first table row. This is the first table row, this is the first row. So now we are actually working on the second row. Now let's go back. So you click on enter. We are done with that. Next is the next table row. Click on enter, and table header, click on enter. Table header for this is, let's say, 12. Yeah, 12 p.m. 12 p.m. And then we have the table data TD. Table data is TD. Table header is TH, whereas table row is TR. So click on enter, and let's say chemistry. Chemistry, enter, TD, enter. We have geography, enter, and TD, enter. We have technical drawing. So this is complete, and we have enter. So let's see what we've written. So you can see what we've written. You can see the first row, you can see the caption here, and the second row and the third row. So this is our table head, which is DH. This is our table head, this is our table head, and then these ones are the table data. This Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, English, Maths, Physics, you can see them, they are all separated. Now, how do we actually add the table? We are done with writing the code. How do we add the table, to show that it's actually a table? We use CSS for that. We use CSS. So first of all, we have to create a different folder or a different file and name it video.css. So new file, we say video.css. Click on enter. So this is our file. Now let's go back to our code. We link this HTML to that particular CSS. How do we do it? Come here, just after the title. After the title, click on enter, and we say link, enter. Then you click on slash, and this video.html is saved under my assignment folder. So you click on enter, and you can see the video.css here. So you click on it, and we've linked our code to that particular CSS file. Assuming it was not saved under the assignment folder, I would have seen it there directly, and we just link it directly. So this is how we can link our HTML to our CSS. Actually, one of the ways. Now that we've linked it, let's go to the CSS. So what is the first thing we want to work on? We are working on the table. So we click on table, enter, and use curly brackets, and click on enter. First thing, we say border, and for the border say 100 px, enter. So 100 px, and then solid. So the code is border. When you put 100 px, then you click on solid, enter, and solid which color? Say can say solid blue. Let's use blue, or let's use black. Let's use blue. So this 100 px is actually too big. I'm just giving you guys a range. So let's make it 10 instead of 100. 10, or you can say 5, or you can just say border and then solid blue. So this is what we have. You can see that our table now has a border. It now has a border. Now, how do we add lines to divide these borders? So we go back to our code again and click on enter. So we type in TD, which is the table data. Click on enter and shift. Use the curly bracket, click on enter, and we say border again. Enter, solid, and we use the same color, blue. You can try to use another color, a different color, perfect, but then we are using the same color here. So let's go back to our code. So you can see the box are being segmented. They are being segmented. Now what are we going to do? You are seeing double lines, so we are going to use border collapse. This border collapse will make it just one line. So come back to our code. Here, click on enter here, and we use border collapse. Border hyphen collapse, and click on collapse, and let's go back to our code. So you can see now it's just one line. Yeah, so that's how we use CSS to beautify the codes we've written with HTML. We are not yet done. So this is just, you can see that this stuff actually appeared just for the table data. How about using table row? So I can come here and use table header, enter, and I actually say border, enter, solid, enter, and blue. So let's go back. You can see everything is now complete. I mean, the lines are now complete, but we are not yet done. This table is actually too small. You can see it's very small. How can we enlarge it to full the screen, or to increase the size of the table? So under this table, come to border collapse, and you click on enter, and you type in width. What's the width we are using? And we say 100%. 100. Now you're not using px for this one, pixels. You are using percent, 100%. And let's go to our server. So you can see that the table has actually increased. So this is the function of CSS. The HTML we use to write the codes, and then we use the CSS to beautify it, to bring out the outlook. Just like HTML is the skeleton, whereas CSS just beautifies the skeleton. You should understand that. Or just like a car, after producing a car, the structure, the engine of the car is HTML, whereas CSS are those little features like spraying the car, adding some lights and the rest of them. So with this, you can say you are done, but you can still decide to do one or two touch. But I've showed you guys how you can create the table. You must not use blue. You can actually decide to use another color. Even for our caption, okay, let's change the color of our caption. Let's say you want it to be red. Come here, click on enter. Let's say caption, enter, shift, curly brackets, and you click on enter. And what do we want? We say color. And which color do you want? Let's say red. Enter. So you see that our caption has changed color. It's no longer black now, but is red. So we can also decide to change. Okay, let's change the color of this our table data, which is the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We can decide to change the colors. Let's say we want it to be green. So come under this table data, because we already have table data here. Click on enter and we say color, enter, and green, enter. So come here, you can see it is now green. Remember, this one is table header. This day, time, 8 a.m., 12 p.m. they are table headers. That's why they did not change. You can also decide to change their own color. If you want to change their own color, you can see under this table header, you do the same thing. It's very simple. So you can decide to increase the space. Let me show you guys something. Now look at this table, looks too, let's say, compressed. Maybe you want to increase the spacing between them. This is how to do it. So let's go back to our code. So just come here, click on enter, and click on type table row, which is TRO, enter, shift, use your curly brackets, enter, and you see height. We want the height to be what? Let's say 50 pixels, enter. So come back here, you can see that the spacing of our table, the size of our table has increased. So this is how we can do this. So any other formatting, any other thing you want to do, any other beauty you want to add to this table, you can do it under this CSS section. So this is how you can use CSS to, this is how you can use HTML to code a table, and then use CSS to design the table. If you enjoyed this video, ensure you subscribe. See you in our next video.